Let's be real, we all want a little more control over our digital lives, right? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful tool that helps you do just that. It's called the Tempmail API. And it might sound super technical, but trust me, the idea behind it is incredibly simple. It's all about protecting your privacy online.
But first, just stop and think about this for a second. How many times have you typed your main email address into some random website just this week? It honestly feels like the price of admission for pretty much everything on the internet now. Think of your main email like the front door key to your digital house. And we're just handing out copies of that key left and right, aren't we? For a 10% discount code, a free PDF, that 7-day trial we know we're going to forget to cancel.
And right there, that's the problem. Every single time you hand over that key, you're basically putting up a big sign that says, "Spam, welcome here." You're opening the door to weirdly specific ads, and worse, you're upping your chances of getting a starring role in the next massive data breach.
So yeah, let's give this thing a name. Let's call it the digital key problem. You got to give out a key to get into places, but you sure don't want every website and service to have a permanent copy. So what do? Well, your first line of defense is something you've probably heard of, a temporary email. It's exactly what it sounds like, a throwaway email address. Use it once, get what you need, and then poof, it's gone. It's like a simple manual shield for your real inbox, the one you actually care about. And let me tell you, these things are getting popular. I mean, exploding popular. And if you look at why, okay, no surprise, 40% is just trying to dodge spam. We all get that. But look at that next biggest chunk, 30% for data privacy concerns. That's huge. It tells you this isn't just about convenience anymore. It's about taking back control. Okay, so making a temp email by hand is great and all. It works. But what if you could put it on autopilot? What if you could automate the whole thing? That, my friends, is where this simple little tool levels up and becomes a real superpower. Just picture it. You can create one of these disposable shields automatically, on demand, whenever you need one for any task. We're not just talking about you signing up for a newsletter. We're talking about your apps, your automated tests, your whole workflow generating these on the fly. And that brings us to the star of the show, the Tempmail API. So API sounds like jargon, right? But the concept is simple. Think of it like a waiter at a restaurant. You don't march into the kitchen and start cooking. No way. You just tell the waiter what you want, and the waiter deals with the kitchen for you. The API is that waiter. It's a clean, simple way for your software to ask the Tempmail service, "Hey, I need an email address," and get one back, just like that. So in practice, how does it work? It's basically a 4-step dance. Step 1, your program makes a call to the API and says, "Give me an email." Step 2, it makes another call to ask, "Got an email yet?" Step 3, it calls again to read the message, to grab that verification code or whatever. And finally, step 4, after a little while, the email just disappears, self-destructs, clean and simple. Okay, the theory is cool, but who is actually using this stuff and what for? Let's dive into some real-world examples. First up, developers. For them, this is an absolute game changer. I mean, forget juggling a bunch of dummy Gmail accounts for testing. With an API, you can programmatically spin up hundreds, even thousands of unique inboxes. Just think about a QA team. They need to test if their new app can handle 1,000 people signing up at once. With an API, that simulation takes minutes. Manually, that would take days, maybe weeks. And then there's the rest of us, the people who just care about our privacy. The benefits here are super clear. You can verify a new account with one of those one-time passcodes without ever connecting it to your real identity. You can sign up for that slightly shady-looking service you're curious about, or just get past that annoying enter your email to read this article paywall, all without your main inbox ever getting involved. And hey, it's not just for developers and privacy nuts. Marketers are getting in on this too. It's actually a pretty powerful quality assurance tool for them. Imagine you're testing 2 different sign-up forms on your website. A Tempmail API lets you blast hundreds of clean, automated tests at both to see which one performs better. And the best part? You don't clog up your actual sales database with a bunch of fake email addresses. Okay, but like any powerful tool, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are some rules of the road and a few risks you really need to know about before you jump in. You're going to run into 2 main hurdles. First, and this is kind of obvious, these emails are temporary. Sometimes they're gone in as little as 10 minutes, so you're not going to use one to sign up for your bank account. And second, a lot of the big websites have gotten wise to this. They can often detect and just flat out block emails from the popular Tempmail services. So no, it's not a magic key that opens every single door. And you've got to know that not all these APIs are the same.
Look, the free ones are great. They're perfect for grabbing a quick email here and there. But the second you try to build a real application on top of one, you're going to smash into their limits pretty fast. That's where the paid services come in. And you're not just paying for a higher limit, you're paying for reliability, for it to actually work when you need it to, and for someone to pick up the phone when it doesn't.
This brings us to maybe the most important point. You have to use this stuff ethically. It's a tool for privacy, a shield. It's not a sword to go out and cause problems with. Using it for spamming or creating 1,000 accounts to abuse a service, that's the kind of stuff that gets these Tempmail domains put on block lists, which, ruins it for everybody.
So what's next for this tech? Well, right now, it's all about automation and privacy. But looking just a little bit ahead, you can bet AI is going to get involved. Imagine an API that doesn't just get the email, but automatically finds and clicks the verification link for you. And way down the road, who knows? Maybe we'll see fully encrypted temp inboxes for truly private, untraceable messages. So that leaves us with one last thing to think about. In a world that seems to demand a piece of our data at every single turn, is creating a disposable identity just a neat little trick? Or is it becoming one of the most essential tools we have to actually stay safe and private online?